Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good day. This video is going to show you how to set goals and reverse engineer your Isagenix business. So when it comes to the compensation plan of Isagenix, Jim and Kathy Coover, they are the best in the world when it comes to creating Isagenix plans. And we know that when we do what's called Max Out of Business Center, that means that we have cycled 250 times, which is over $700,000. Now that number can seem really, really big, and so I'm gonna help break it down for you guys so that it becomes a little bit more attainable, a little bit more realistic, and it gives you the tracks to run on. So we're gonna start with, right, so we have our max out, right? So this is an amazing goal, which again is $700,000, or it's cycling 250 times. Now, when we are just starting out, this can look like a really big goal and like kind of overwhelming. And when we get into overwhelm, we tend to do nothing. And the best leaders and the best people, they know where they're going. So if you wanted to get to Disneyland, you obviously know that you would have to set your navigation, or you'd have to look at your map, if anybody reads maps anymore, but you would have to know where you're going. And then understand that on the route that you have given yourself, there can also be detours, so it will take longer to get to your final destination. But, so obviously the more focused and clear that you can stay on your destination, the better. But this is your trip, this is your journey in Isagenix, so if you want to take some little detours, that's up to you. Understand that it will take longer to get there, and that's okay. We want to honor you and your journey, but also challenge you to get to your final destination. But I also want to encourage you that, okay, if your goal is Disneyland, and all of a sudden you're taking a detour and a detour and another detour and another detour and another detour, all of a sudden you're going to end up in New York and on the opposite side of the country, because you're not doing either the right actions, or you're not focused in on your goal, or you're not doing the things that are moving you correctly towards your final destination. So I hope that that analogy helps. And so as we work towards this larger goal of maxing out our business center, which then Isagenix will then give us a new position up above ourselves, which is incredible because other compensation plans and other businesses don't necessarily do that. Sometimes they'll start you down all the way down at the bottom and you're starting from scratch versus back up at the top. So as we reverse engineer it, what this does, or what this looks like, is if you can have three stars on one side and 6 3 stars on the other, this will max out your business plan, or this will max out your business center. But now to break this down even further, so now we want to reach 3 star, which is again 40 cycles, which is, let me look at my math, which is about $2,100 a week, which is really incredible income. That's a 6-figure income in Isagenix. That's 6 figures residually if you can obviously maintain the 40 cycles each week, which for the most part there will be ebbs and flows, and that's okay. So now to get to 3 star, right? So now we want to help 3 people on our left and 3 people on our right get to 3 star, or excuse me, 6 people on one side or the other, 3 and 6, get to that 3 star. But what does this look like broken out? So now to get to 40 cycles, what we do now is we break it out even further. So if you can have 5 people on one side and 5 people on the other cycling 4 times per week, this will get you to 3-star. Okay, so now this seems a lot more doable, right? Like I can help 5 people on each side cycle 4 times, especially when we know the 5-cycle secret. So if you haven't seen that video on my training YouTube channel, definitely check that out, but I'll break that down as well. So how do we get someone to cycle 5 times? Well, maybe this is you're applying it to yourself, or maybe you're teaching someone else to do this same thing, because Proverbs says that wisdom will be known by her children. So we want to bring up other leaders, and we want to help other people cycle and make that extra residual income. So our goal now is to either we want to cycle 5 times, or we want to teach someone else how to cycle 5 times. So cycle 5 times for this business center or this person, or maybe you personally. If we can help with the numbers, what this looks like is if we can help this one person on each side cycle 3 times, which will mean reaching down a little bit more and helping one person on each side of them cycle twice, which also means then reaching down and helping each of those people cycle 1 time. Okay, so here is where this is kind of the foundation of starting to max out your business center, is having 8 people cycling once, which when we know that one person is cycling consistently, so $54 a week, that typically means they're paying for their Isagenix products or making a couple extra $100 residually a month. And when we get here, when someone cycles 1 time per week, they have a 95% retention rate. So these numbers are important because we obviously want to create that long-lasting and that sustainable business. So retention is important for that. So when people are cycling once, then this person is cycling twice. This person will cycle 3 times, which will then get this person to that 5-cycle and that 5-cycle bonus that Isagenix has. So I do break down these numbers in my 5-cycle secret video, so definitely take a look at that. But now do you see how it is more attainable when we're just starting out as our very first person, or maybe we're teaching someone, and yes, a great goal is to obviously max out, but that can be overwhelming because it's typically these big numbers. So now if we work on, okay, I'm going to cycle 5 times, and that's because I'm going to help 2 people cycle 3 times, which means I'm going to help a couple people cycle a couple more times, which I'm going to help a few other people cycle once, which will help retention in my business center. Now the 5-cycle secret, this is about $1,000 per month. So that's a great goal to start out with. Now, all of a sudden, when I want to teach other people to do this, because my next goal will be whether it's 1-star or 2-star or 3-star, when it comes to Isagenix and our compensation plan, okay, well, 3-star, if I can teach 5 people, right? So remember, we only need to get them cycling 4 times a week. So if I can just teach them the 5-cycle secret, I can teach 5 people on one side the 5-cycle secret, and I can teach 5 people on the other side the 5-cycle secret. Hello. And then all of a sudden I hit 3-star. Amazing. A 6-figure residual income. You guys, that's incredible. And it's so doable when you see these numbers. Now all of a sudden I am teaching, so I've hit 3-star, then all of a sudden, okay, I'm going to work towards teaching someone else how to get to 3-star. So I'm going to teach them about the 5-cycle secret. And then I'm going to teach them how to do their 5 people and their 5 people to get the 5-cycle secret. So I'm going to teach 3 people on one side and 6 people on the other side to do that exact same thing, to have a maxed out business center, to be making well over 6 figures, almost 7 figures in residual income. So I hope that this video helps. I hope that this casts the vision for you, so that it is doable, so that it's attainable in bite-sized chunks. So you start with your obviously reaching consultant, one on your left, one on your right. Go for the 5-cycle bonus. Teach others how to do the 5-cycle bonus by reaching down, helping others, and getting them paid. And then make your way towards 3-star, working with your 5 on each side to get to the 5-cycle bonus, and then working towards creating more 3-stars and more 6-figure earners in your business and in your empire. So I hope that this helps. Let me know if you guys have questions. I'm super, super excited for you. And I really, really believe that you guys can do this, especially when it's broken down in the bite-sized chunks, because I believe that I can do it too. So I will see you guys at the top with our maxed out business centers.